Hi, Rigsters here, now with a new episode in Forza Horizon 4. I'm gonna do a crazy what-if scenario here, and that is a 1957 BMW Isetta 300 Export with a motorbike engine, maximum race brakes, race springs, and roll bars. There's no engine upgrades for this engine swap. Just going through the list here, I have everything maxed out, race everything, race driveline, transmission, differential. The thing I'm also experimenting with is I'm going to be putting race tire compounds on with maximum front and rear tire diameters, along with increasing the rims from 12 inches to 13, because increasing the rim size sometimes can help a little bit with certain handling characteristics, but it also adds weight. As you can see, when I toggle with the up key on the Xbox controller, it goes from 1056 to 1061 for the rear tires if I go from 13 to 14. And I think it should be about the same for the front here, yeah. So it adds about 4 pounds, but I'm going to keep it like that. And also, just for kickles, I'm going to be putting an adjustable front and rear race bumper and spoiler, respectively. This is what it looks like stock, and this is with the wing, which is pretty hilarious. Another thing I did to improve performance is I got rid of the bumper, because this is what the bumper looks like with, and this is what it looks like without. It's pretty silly. So here's what the motorbike engine stats are. This is like with the stock engine. This is with the inline-4 motorbike engine. It gets to 0 to 60 and 0 to 100 pretty quickly, but it tops out pretty quickly. I have to optimize the gear ratios a bit. And this is if you use the turbo rally engine, which produces a lot more horsepower, but it's very uncontrollable. Okay. And I'll just show a brief tuning idea I'm doing. I'm going to be increasing the tire PSI to make them a little more stable. I don't want to go too high because I don't want it to be unpredictable handling. Gear ratios I'm going to monkey around with. That's what I have started so far. I geared it towards speed rather than acceleration. Alignment, I kind of toned back the camber. I don't want it to be too negative. The roll bars I softened a little bit on the rear. In the springs I increased the ride height a little bit. I think I'm going to stiffen the rear and front spring rates to adjust the handling dynamics to be a little bit stiffer. And for the rebound stiffness, I did 11.9 times 0.50 to get the bump stiffness for the front at 50% of the rebound for when going over bumps. And for the rear, same thing, did 10.3 times 0.50 to get 5.1. The reason why I do that is so that when it goes, the bump's dampener stiffness will hopefully decrease the chance of the car being skiddy when I go over bumps or hard cornering. For downforce, I put it a little more towards cornering so I get some more lateral G's. Brakes I'm not really touching yet. The differential, because I did an all-wheel drive conversion, it's normally rear-wheel drive. Did this front acceleration and deceleration to 10%. And the rear I made to 90. And I put 80% of the power towards the rear. So with that being in mind, I'm going to try to take it out for a series of races to see, can this car be a hidden gem with the motorbike engine? That is the question I'm trying to investigate. I'm going to take this Isetta and do a simple 3-lap circuit race. I do have the acceleration advantage. This is a A-class race, 3-lap race. Can this car actually win a race with the motorbike engine? I mean, granted this is against bots, but let's see. I'm kind of generally curious to see if it actually works. Oh my goodness. I'm actually in second place. This is ridiculous. What? I'm actually in the top 2 or top 3, supposedly. That's insane. I mean, at higher speeds, I start struggling. Oops. I mean, I have race compounds. I don't have this winter compounds, so it's harder to grip the snow and ice. But it seems like it doesn't matter. Oh, really seems to struggle through the turns there. Like it flops around like a beached whale. Let's see if I can pass the charger. I might have to optimize it just a little bit. This is ridiculous. Oh, it really likes to lift. Gee, my knees. Oh my goodness. It actually is working. This build actually can work on the short circuit so far. It definitely, it's got some moves, that's for sure. Shoot my knees. So my first lap was 1 minute and 18 seconds. Let's see if I can make that a little bit quicker now that I don't have competition in front of me. I mean, this is quite surprising. Because this car with the turbo rally engine, I assure you, I mean, I tested it off camera, I assure you the turbo engine makes this car literally almost undrivable, except in a straight line. Even if you slap in all-wheel drive like I did, you have to use the motorbike engine if you want to actually go around bends. But then you go slower. But it works. Oh my god. This is ridiculous. I mean, I have to lift off the throttle a lot, but it's working. And the traction control is off. I have ABS on, of course, as usual. And it can drift a little bit. I'm sure you can get this car to be a drift vehicle. I really think you can. But would you want to? Probably not. Okay, so it was a 1 minute 15 on that last lap. That's 3 seconds faster. See if I can get any faster in this car. Oh my goodness, the car is flopping around like crazy. Seems like once I get it to speed though, it grips much better because of the downforce. The downforce is keeping me in the game. Jeez. What is this vehicle doing? This is ridiculous. Like, my god. Yep. I might have to monkey with the 5th and 6th gear. Well, that was a race win. First place, fastest lap, 1 minute 14 seconds. So, I can win the short circuit. Let's try taking it to a bigger circuit, like a sprint race. Okay, so let's try this race right here. Did a little bit of brief tuning there. This vehicle is ridiculous. I already got into like 5th place just on raw acceleration alone. This reaches 0 to 60 and 0 to 100 so quickly. It just seems to run out of steam because it doesn't have enough power. It's relying on the lightweight chassis and the bolt bar and all that stuff. Come on, let's beat this Ford. Get out of the way. Yeah! Oh my goodness, this is like an intermediate speed circuit and I'm actually winning. Can't believe it. And this is against A-class cars. I mean, it's stable enough, I guess. I mean, this is ridiculous. I wonder if maybe I should slap a turbo on it sometime, just to see what it's like in S1 with this engine. I'm not sure if it's going to be very competitive though. It's definitely competitive at A-class. You'll lose out in top speed races though. Like these bends right here will eventually catch up. I mean, I can't go any faster than 130s. It really struggles to grip after 120. And like as you can see, the front two wheels start lifting off the ground. But increasing the tire diameter of the rim size seemed to help too. For some reason. Even though it weighs more because of that. It seems like it handles better because of that. I guess the extra weight in the handling model, I guess, makes it more stable. Oh my god, the flopping whale effect when you take a hard corner. You have to be really careful when it flops. Like that. There we go. And another win. Yeah, so I've answered my own question, I guess, and the viewer's question. So, yes, you can indeed actually compete in an A-class spec, maxed out, BMW Isetta 300 Export with 13-inch rims, maximum everything, all-wheel drive, and the tuned setup, which I'll show real quickly again. I just modified it a little bit. I put the PSI a little bit higher at 32. Put the gear ratio at 356, and these gear ratios in between, respectively. The alignment, I decided to go back to -1. Increase the cornering grip a little bit, or make it a little more aggressive. I haven't touched the roll bars, I think they're fine. The springs I kept at 250s. Ride height 9.3 for the front. Rear 8.7. Haven't changed the rebound stiffness, I think they're fine. It's going over the bumps well, so just do something similar to this. Just make sure you do the times 0.5. Aero, you could make it either a little less or a little more cornering, depending on preference. I think this is fine. You could make it a little less if you wanted a little more speed, but I'm not going to do that. The brakes are fine. I don't think I really need to adjust that. I don't think if you make it too much front or rear heavy, it's just going to upset the balance and the car is just going to teeter over. Differential is a preference thing. I like it locking up quickly, but I think putting the center of balance towards the rear, which is where the engine is, makes it behave more like a stereotypical Porsche 911, where I have most of the weight in the back, so you put more of the power there to increase traction and grip. And that's it for this video. Hope you like this little quick hitting gem of a car. It can definitely compete in A-class with the motorbike engine, as long as you do circuit races that aren't like higher speed than what I did there. So this is Rigsters Journey, signing off.